I was just listening to a podcast and I thought this was worth sharing. It really, really struck me as just something of high value. They were talking in the context of marriage and when things break down, when things go wrong. I mean, more on the scale of like significant damage. The way that they were talking about it was, don't try to rebuild what previously existed. Like, why? Instead, create a version 2.0, a V2. Don't try to rebuild version 1. Recreate or create a new version, a 2.0. So for example, occasionally, more so since I've started the podcast and started having some of the conversations that I'm having and creating the resources that I've been creating, I get asked, will you ever pastor again? And the way that I've answered that is like, I can never do that again, at least not the way that I used to. And, it's an incredibly freeing perspective to think like, well, there's no reason to even think that I would have to do it that way again, because you can create a 2.0. I would even say that Tiffany and I have a V1 of our marriage and a V2 of our marriage. And man, the V2 has been so much more fun, so much more enjoyable, and so much more life-giving. And that's because we didn't try to rebuild on some of the brokenness that we had been living in. Instead, we chose to create a V2. And so, hey, I hope this is challenging you. I hope it's encouraging you. Maybe there's something that you've been trying to rebuild that previously existed, and it just can't. And there's no reason. Build the V2. One last thing, there have been a couple things consistently that help me get unstuck or at least get my mind flowing in the right direction. One is movement. So, I'm sitting in my car outside of the gym parking lot. I just had my workout. And so all of these things are going through my mind. And the other thing is writing, just using different prompts and exercises to write. And so, hey, I have an actual guide. If you are thinking through some of this V1, V2 stuff is kind of clicking with you, I have a guide that can help you think through some of this. It's a 7-day reflective writing journey prompt that I think you'll enjoy and get a lot of great insight out of. If that's something that you'd like or interested in, DM me and I'll send you the link to download it.